This is something that I feel like a lot of people relate to and a lot of people go through, but I don't really hear it anywhere. And what it is really is I was sitting in my room about to edit some videos, about to go and, do some work. And I just started sitting in my room and just started stressing. And I'm not talking about like stressing, like, oh yeah, I'm like stressing about the work I'm gonna do. I mean, like stressing about everything in general. Like stressing, like, is there even like a good future? Is there like anything that like, is there any point of doing this? Like, is there any way I could really make it out of the current situation I'm in? Maybe I don't even know. Do I continue going to college? Is college not even gonna help me out? Is anything I'm doing really beneficial? Am I gonna even reach anybody? And these thoughts were circling my head. So I sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, and then sometimes I feel like, oh yeah, like, sometimes I feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing amazing, I'm doing so much, I'm doing like a lot of work, and I'm really outworking the competition. I'm not outworking, not just outworking the competition, but like really working as hard as possible. And then some days like, yeah, but some days I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I feel like I'm just like lazy, and maybe I'm working so hard on something that doesn't matter, because why would like, and all these thoughts keep coming into my head. So I noticed that it's 2 hours later now, and the time passed, and it just flew. Like, 2 hours just flew by, and I was stressing the entire time. And then, I realized something. In those 2 hours, what did I do? I just wasted time, because now I got to edit videos, and now I have to upload videos, and now they're gonna be later, and now I have less time to sit down and relax. Why is that? Because I just was stressing for the last 2 hours. What could I have done instead? And this is something that really helps me out a lot. And some people might say this sounds like a little bit of a girly thing or a feminine thing or whatever it is. I don't know why I mentioned it one time in one of my videos, and some fighter commented, "Oh, dog, what are you even like?" I think he said, "Dog, what are you talking about?" And he clearly wasn't the greatest fighter, because a lot of fighters use this trick. I use it. I do it before my matches. In my first college match, I use this technique, you know, which is meditation, and not just like sit on the floor and be like, oh, That's what I used to think meditation was. I was not really aware of what meditation was. Maybe some people have a more basic understanding. I used to think as well, like meditation was yoga. Yoga. Well, like what yoga does. Yoga like stretches around and do like those different like dogs. I don't know what they call. I remember the one exercise was like the doggy thing, and that's the only one I remember for some reason. I remember doing that in school. They used to do that in gym class, where they used to sometimes, like, I remember in my elementary school, like when we would see the yoga mats in the gym, and we all knew that it was not gonna be a fun gym class. We want to play. You know what I'm saying? We want to play dodgeball, soccer, whatever it is. Like, we love playing sports, and when we would see the yoga mats in the gym, we were like, all right, this is a waste day. No one likes seeing the yoga mats. But yeah, meditation isn't a girly thing. I don't know really. A lot of fighters and stuff do it. A lot of other fighters like to use music, like aggressive music and hype music. But for me, just in general and just like throughout my whole day in life, I like to like meditate, like breathe in for 5 seconds, and then breathe out for 10 seconds. Breathe in 10 seconds, breathe out 10 seconds. Why I do this is it really calms down your mind, and really it gets you in this like peaceful state of mind. Like, if you do it for five, some people do it for 30 minutes. I have other stuff to do. They can do their 30 minutes of meditation a day. You do 30 minutes of meditation a day, you're not gonna last a week, if you're starting that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like something for me that really helped me out was meditation, breathing in for 5 10 seconds, and then breathing out. And this didn't just help me out, but this helped me, manage my like, maybe more productive and not waste his time. Because if I meditate for just 5 minutes, and it's always good to start your day off with meditation, because it's a healthy way of like dopamine. Like, you're not getting instant gratification. You're getting late gratification, because in the moment it doesn't feel amazing, but like 5 minutes after, you feel like amazing. You feel like, oh my god, I feel like an entirely new person. I feel absolutely incredible. And that's really great to do something like that. You shouldn't really pick up your phone and get that dopamine there. I feel like pick up the phone first in the morning isn't necessarily a terrible thing. I do it not because I'm scrolling. I like to check how my content was doing and my comments, replying to comments and things like that. But that's what I use it for. I don't really scroll or anything. And something that I saw a real downside that not as well people talk about is listening to music. I'm listening to music as a thing, but I don't know. I started noticing maybe eating sugar as well. Maybe I might talk about that another one. I ate sugar in the morning for a couple days, and it really messed me up for some reason. It messed me up my whole entire day. But yeah, maybe as well not going on the phone and meditating, or just going outside the first couple minutes and really like doing something that can help out your stress. Because at the end of the day, if you start watching a ton of content that's saying, oh yeah, you can't find a job, the world's doomed and stuff like that, you're just building up more stress later on. In the moment, you might not be building stress, but you're building later stress. So just keep meditating. Don't stress about the future. It's all going to be okay. And yeah.